I'm Morgan Waltrip, and I'm going to be talking about what I've learned from Module 2. Module 2 focused on struggling readers, and I learned a lot about struggling readers and the signs, and one of the main things that I got was that it changed my view because all students are at risk for being struggling readers. It's not just a student that you may think academically is not strong in one area. All students are at risk because it's such a strong foundation that they need to learn. And I learned a lot about blending and segmenting, and I really loved how the video that we watched, she incorporated both strategies into it and had the students act out the words. So they not only had to sound out the word, but they also had to act it out. And I really love that because it helps those bodily kinesthetic learners. And it also helps activate their schema because they're having their prior knowledge when they go back and read that word, because they are going to remember the movement with the word. So they have that, and I think that is such a great strategy. One of my strategies that I had was from Early Word Decoding, and it was called musical blending. So this was a different take on musical chairs. So like in musical chairs, students go around and then they stop at a chair. Well, in this one, the materials call for paper plates. So you would put them in a circle on the floor, and then they would have a copy of a rhyme. So this would be a focus on onset and rhyme blending. And so the rhyme would be on the plate, and then the students will be handed a card for the onset. And so they would walk around with the music playing until the music stops, and then they stop in front of their plate with the rhyme and holding their onset. And so they would put the onset right by the rhyme, and they would sound it out and blend it, and they would read the word aloud. And if it was an actual word, then they would get to continue playing and do another round. But if it turned out to be a nonsense word, then they'll be out of the game. And so I thought that would be a great group activity for them to do, but also you could turn it into an individual assessment. So if you turn it into an individual assessment, you can have students one at a time. You would give them the onset, and they would go find a rhyme that makes a real word. So I thought that would be a great way for an individual assessment for students to do, where they're not, because a lot of times they will be reading a nonsense word. So if you wanted them to find an actual word and to place it there, then you can have them do an individual assessment instead of the musical blending game.